2 minutes. Players and referees, 2 minutes.
Women's Open team at an international competition, man, what an experience.
It is. It's a pioneering experience for the women's and for the men's as well, but definitely for the women's to be out here at an international stage and play against the best in the world is a blessing and a privilege. Learn a lot of learning, a lot of growing pains, but that's just a part of the process.
Yeah. Tell us how you got involved with Chinese Taipei and a bit of the background on the story of how the girls have all come together.
Yeah, so I live in the States right now, and a lot of the girls that go to school in Taiwan, they always go to college over in the US, and so we meet a lot of them through the US system, and we've just realised they have a lot of potential, and they got a lot of players that play, and so we kind of came up with the idea about playing for your own country and playing or representing Taiwan, because they have the numbers and the talent for it, and so why not just get it started? And then we kind of linked up with the main heads of Taiwan Touch, Ting and Fish, and went over there, ran a few camps and kind of helped them. And then, this is kind of like the start of the journey for it.
Yeah, it's exciting times ahead. Tough game there against Samoa. They were pretty impressive, weren't they? And they take on New Zealand.
Yeah, it'll be a tough game. Great sides to come against. It's, I guess this is a great warm welcome to Touch, and that's how it is. But at least they know now. They're all young high schoolers, 15 years old and above, and at least they know now well and early in their years how Touch is and what the best level looks like, and then the next decade or so they can start growing into that space. So,
well, it's great to have you guys here. First international tournament. All the best for the rest of the comp.
Oh, cheers, mate. I appreciate it. All good.
Scott, thank you very much. Picking up the action here at Glen Willow Regional Sporting Complex in Mudgee. Hong Kong, China up against New Zealand in this mixed opens division. Our first attempt there from Hong Kong, China, not coming away with points, but they'll get another crack at them straight away. Great to have your company, James Preston, and 2 times World Cup winner Jackson Mills in the booth with you for this one. And look, we're expecting it to be a very tough task here for Hong Kong, China, but in the first minute here, some positive signs.
Yeah, well, there was an error coming out of New Zealand's line, just dropping the ball in their drive, but they're such a well-drilled team, this New Zealand mixed open side. They've made every single World Cup in the last 5 years against Australia. Beat Australia 2013. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough challenge for Hong Kong, China, but they're giving New Zealand something to think about early on.
And they did look rather sharp, though. That was a good little run there from NG. Just wrapped up inside the 7. So back to the mark he goes. Last one brought up here. Long floating pass over the top. Plenty on it. Travels a good 30 metres, but never panicking was Mariana Winiana. And simply closes down the space, and there is the turnover. So about 2 minutes gone. New Zealand, though, yet to get out of their own half.
That's twice I've seen that front runner from the link in New Zealand run in front of the ball players. I don't know if that's a particular tactic that New Zealand are trying to introduce, but it's really interesting. As they get a good run through Pokayawa Kurakanga, and it's an easy left to right ball out to Destiny Katene. And that's New Zealand making it look too easy from their own end.
Yeah, lovely run there from Kurakana, just taking off out of acting half and floating that ball over the top. Spot on the money there for Katene. So Destiny gets the first try in this one, really their first attempt down this end of the field, and they've come away with points. And, of course, that'll be a bit of a cause for concern for Hong Kong, China moving forward.
So Pokayata Kurakanga, he's one of the informed players in this New Zealand mixed open team. Not only in the mixed, in the world. He's one of the most informed players, so keep an eye out for number 9 in this tournament, Kurakanga. And he's already put a mark on this game, throwing that nice left to right ball.
So now Wu with a short delivery to Luong. Back to Wu. Just floating about on that 7. And they will get the penalty here. That's clever work from Hong Kong, China. Oh, they wanted to go quickly. Might have even had a case to do so, but referee wanting to lay down the law, so to speak.
Yeah, so New Zealand must move up off the line while Hong Kong China are moving it around. It's actually, as you mentioned, James, quite a smart tactic from Hong Kong China, making the defence come to them.
Now Wu, Luong back to Wu, all stopping on a dime, and then the draw and pass. It was batted down there by Rowlandson. Otherwise, they had them back through the middle. Excellent work from Hong Kong China. Really orchestrated that play nicely. So they'll get another set off the back of it. I like this, though. They're asking questions early. Luong bouncing around on that 7. The short return wasn't a good one. Sang just popped a pass, but with no pepper on it.
Yeah, not able to reel that one in, unfortunately, Sang. But it was good to see Hong Kong China really asking questions of the New Zealand defence, and a penalty against Hong Kong China. And you just see New Zealand, they're so fast in their go forward. The momentum is so hard to keep up with when you're defending. You're having to run backwards so fast, it's nearly impossible, James.
A big dummy coming out there from Hawera, out on this right-hand edge. Then turning it back to the middle here for Rapati. Plays it about 7 metres away. Wrapping around once again. Oodles of space. They just caught them for speed. Quick wrap around. They stack numbers on that short side, and Winiana will go in. So the two extremities have scored so far. Beautiful work from New Zealand.
Yeah, it's an easy play, isn't it? Harry Carter making the dump there. And you see Ropati sweeping around and just putting Winiana over. It's going through the motions early, New Zealand. They'll try a few different things, left side of the field and right side of the field, just going through their processes. We saw an error from them coming out of their try line in the first set, so they'll be wanting to reduce as many errors as possible, while also putting the ball up the other end of the field every single time they get it.
That certainly won't help the cause, though. A little bobble in the roll ball and attempting to pick it up. As a result, that'll be the turnover, so New Zealand can start to cart it forward. And on play number 1, they pick up 15 metres with a strong drive. 2 down, just shy of the halfway mark. That's a great spot to be. 3 plays, and now the fresh troops on deck and into an attacking position. Then Weber looking for support. Now hops in at acting half. Weber just has to float it. In fact, won't even need to do so in the end. Had options galore. Weber took it right to the in goal. Lays on a little pass, and all she had to do was catch it and put it down.
Joey Weber, that's probably a very familiar name for those in the rugby and the rugby sevens world. Played rugby sevens for New Zealand, retired, and then decided to come back and play for New Zealand in touch football. Like, how cool is that?
It's a very handy acquisition. Man who's been there and done it on the world stage. And doing it right here once again. This glorious game of touch football in Mudgee. So Hong Kong, China with plenty of work to do. Hawera, the most recent try scorer. So 3-0 in favour of New Zealand. Hong Kong, China looking for that opening try here. MG popping a little pass, and then they were trying to squeeze through. Not a bad effort there from Chu. Shut down eventually, but again, they do look likely when they come down to the 7.
I'm really impressed with the attacking vengeance of Hong Kong, China, really testing out New Zealand and running splitters at the same time. Like, that's not an easy play to run. Like, a splitter is actually rather difficult to set up, execute. The fact that they're doing it with composure, really good skill. I'm excited to watch this game from Hong Kong, China. Good signs early.
Yeah, very sharp with ball in hand. The defence still needs a little bit of recalibration. They've been burnt on the edges a number of times now. Up through the middle come New Zealand with Broadhurst, and then followed up by Masilla. Quick play the ball again. Kurukanga once more splits them, and Hawera is there on the spot for a second try in quick succession. Geez, they're looking very good, this New Zealand team.
Yeah, Porkai or PK just picking up out of dummy half. Doesn't even look left. Just knows that he has the foot speed to burn the defensive line and making it look too easy. Hawera doing as she does best, just backing up the ball players. I have a feeling she's going to score a lot of tries this tournament.
Might get a lot in this match right here because they haven't recalibrated on those edges between link and wing. That's where they're being torn to shreds at the moment, Hong Kong, China. That ball's come free as well, so another gilt edge opportunity for New Zealand.
Yeah, just errors starting to creep into the game from Hong Kong, China. We've seen a few of them in their attacking sets, and against a team like New Zealand, you cannot afford to do it because they've got so much dominance anywhere on the field as they start to shift the ball left.
Rapati once again. Oh, lovely pass out in front. The stretch and dive was phenomenal from Tiro. She nearly reeled it in. That would have been one of the great tries scored.
Oh, check this out. I thought she nearly grounded it as she was stretched out. Oh, how good does that look? All out stretch, and Hong Kong China coming up with another error. So just gifting New Zealand a set of 6 on their attacking line.
It was a brave dive too from Tiro.
I'm not doing it.
No, that would have rearranged my insides, that's for sure. I don't have enough abs, Jackson. Now a big step coming out there from Hawera, who's already got a double so far early on. Only 8.5 minutes gone. Carter jinking off the right foot a couple of times and then slips the pass as casually as you like into the arms of Wilkie. Back to Carter. Now they'll set up once more here. Scooped up from Rapati, who then floats it over the top. This time it was high. No issues for the stomach on that occasion. A big grab there from Tiana Tiro, and she goes in. 5 tries to kneel to New Zealand, and it is all smiles.
Don't underestimate the difficulty of that one. She had to fully outstretch to grab that ball in and put it over the try line. That's a remarkable effort from the New Zealand winger. Again, they're going to be scoring tries all over the place, this New Zealand mixed open side.
Geez, they've got an abundance of riches, this New Zealand team, no matter where you look. Attacking weapons through the middle, great finishes, both men and women out wide. Hong Kong, China, just love to get, I believe, even 1 try based on how New Zealand have started this game. I will back them for that. Chung waiting for his chance, hops out of acting half. Didn't quite like what he saw, so delivers here for Koo. Koo back to Chung. Chung then floating a little pass and then catch and pass once again. I think it might have even been a touch pass. Hits the deck regardless. There is the turnover. So midway through the first half, 5-0. I think that's a pretty accurate reflection as to how this one has transpired, Jackson.
Yeah, exactly right. And again, New Zealand, as soon as they get the ball, they're just straight away going forward. Really good substitutions from New Zealand. Look at the speed coming in from the sub-box. They just flow on so nicely, and it just gives any player an opportunity to score as they do in the corner.
Well, that disguised pass was just beautiful there. Stone absolutely toying with them, followed up by Weber. And Weber just held it nicely, waited for the opportunity there for Hawera to wrap around and collect her hat-trick. But he had so much time despite the situation being a rather pressurised one.
Now, that is a very well-executed cutter play. Now, if you watch that back when we watched the replays after, Destiny Katane actually blocked both winger and defending link, which led to Hawera actually wrapping around her, which gave Weber a free pass to score the try. So a well-orchestrated cutting play there by New Zealand.
Now Chu stays alive through the middle. Quick release once again. Desperate to see Ingo forward once more. Comes out to this left-hand side. Oh, the hop and the pass there now into the back of Tiro. As a result, that was not played at, so no extra set to work with here for Hong Kong China. Now down a short side, they pick up big meterage. Follow-up play.
Wow.
Up over halfway, so they're doing it with ease here, New Zealand. Once more, they'll cut it up. Hawera, already with a hat-trick to her name. Then delivered here for Broadhurst, who carts it to within about 15 metres of the try line. They'll get another look at the line here, New Zealand. Broadhurst just slowing things down for a moment. Last one brought up again. Back to Broadhurst. Oh, steps on the inside. Collapses quickly. Good touch, though, from
Great touch by Coming across, they do look deadly, don't they, New Zealand? But the collapsing defence of Hong Kong China denying New Zealand on that occasion. The referees let that go. I thought there might have been a little bit of a bobble in the play the ball.
What about the false sense of security delivered there from Broadhurst too? Just so casual in his work, trying to unsettle them. Nearly did enough.
Oh, good hit. And they're going to award 6 again, or a penalty for offside. Unfortunately, Hawera just going a little bit early on that occasion, but I don't mind the line speed, putting pressure on Hong Kong China.
Cleverly disguised as well from Hawera. While she was pinged for offside, was trying to get away with blocking the channel by turning the back and nearly fooled the referees. Another set though here for Hong Kong China. Playing it just outside the 7, falling as the release came. Touch made there from Masilla. So back to the 7 once again. Lung. Pointing, directing traffic, linking up with Wu. Lung, back to Wu once again. Couple of dummies left and right, trying to fool them, but certainly not fallen for by Masilla.
They've got some good footwork, don't they, Hong Kong China on the line. Like, showing right foot and left foot the ability to get the ball off the ground really fast and then attack the New Zealand defensive line. You see a cheeky error, or unfortunately just getting involved. Hong Kong, China, as they've marched up 10 more metres. That's no good for Hong Kong, China, gifting New Zealand more field position.
I think they were a little unlucky there. I thought that was a tad sloppy from Broadhurst in the attempted roll ball, but they've called the loose foot from Hong Kong, China. So another attempt here for New Zealand. Rollinson threatening, found support on that right-hand side, and all too easy then for Stone, who just charged forward. Now, looking like they were going to award it. They're going
to claim the touch here. It is Leong, the 16, collapsing in on just on his wrist.
Yeah, Stone said thought he got away with it. I'm with you, Jackson. I thought it was going to be called through. They'll still get another chance, though. Here comes Stone once more, this time floating over the top to Tiro. Oh, big right foot step. Burns them back on the inside. Well, she could cut blades of grass with footwork that sharp. Phenomenal finish for Tiro.
Just watch the acceleration. As soon as she gets the ball, she knows what she needs to do. She can see the Chinese defender on the Hong Kong China defender on the outside. Just bang off the right. Explosiveness from Tiro. How about the athleticism on that? I can just feel my hamstring tearing, pushing off the ground there, James.
I've got none left. Nothing left to tear, Jackson, especially looking at that. So 7-0 the score.
Ouch.
Big contact now
just
as well.
Little poke in the eye. There's nothing worse. It kind of just sits there for the next 10 minutes. It's really annoying just copping one in the eye there.
So Tiro collecting a double. Aware has already got a hat-trick herself. Hong Kong, China were wrapping numbers around to that right-hand side. They've turned away from it. Lovely late switch into the arms of Koo. And Koo goes in. So Hong Kong, China finally split them. A lovely bit of play right on the 7.
And look at the late switch here. They dig right into the line, and you can see the New Zealand defence is just holding. They literally let them just walk over the line, and what a setup it was. Yeah, Chung taking it all the way to the New Zealand line, switching it back in, and as easy as you like. How good's that?
So Koo and Hong Kong China both on the board here. 7-1 the score. That has really rallied the troops here for New Zealand. Straight away, they're fired up, wanting a hit back, and they get it immediately upon venturing back downfield. This time, Kurokanga getting over the line, so 8-1.
I tell you what, but New Zealand are not going to be happy about that try. That's easy as they come. That's a simple collapsing defence by New Zealand, and the player's just not there. Like, the hole was huge, so they're going to be really disappointed in that try. But as you can see, they're able to just bounce back through the likes of PK, who doesn't really focus too much on that. It's back on the next task.
So too here, though, for Hong Kong, China having conceded. They'd love another hit back. 8-1 the score with about 4 remaining in this first half. Big dummy, a couple of ways. Oh, beautifully worked through the middle. It was Wu who nearly had us going Wu up here in the box.
I tell you what, that was close from Rollinson too. Wu was right in behind him. I think he must have just nicked his shirt because that was very close.
An incisive run here from New Zealand. 2 plays down all the way back to halfway. So that's one thing they've done brilliantly so far in this match. Their driving sets have picked up huge meterage. Now Wilkie back towards the middle. They will certainly get a look at the line here. One more to set up the strike dump. There it comes now. Picked up by Carter. Floating it over the top. Precision pass into the arms of Katene. And there's another try on the board here for New Zealand. Destiny's now got a double. But gee, silky smooth in the build-up. What a release from Carter.
Yeah, nice left to right peel. Just put it on a dime for Destiny Katene. In making it look too easy, the New Zealand mixed opens team. What I've noticed as well, James, is every time they've come down there, they've actually picked up the ball and they've come to the right-hand touchline compared to the left. So a lot of the times these games for New Zealand, it's a preparation match. You know, they've got to play the Australians in that Trans-Tasman Test match as well. So sometimes they do like to practice what they're going to throw at them.
Oh, lovely release, and then a long-range effort diving out, only just caught there in the end by Broadhurst. You're right there, Jackson. We've had the 9 tries, 8 of which have been scored either from the centre of the field or out to the right. Just the one for Winiana on the left-hand side for New Zealand. And certainly they're marking up very strongly across the board as well. So likely to take a big lead into this halftime break. They would love to get double digits before that point. Tiro popping a little short pass and then meters on offer for Kurakanga. As now Broadhurst plays it quickly. Tiro. Then off to Hawera. And now Stone carting it forward through the middle. Rollinson there in support as well. Hops in at acting half. Short delivery now for Weber. Stone. Rollinson, last one brought up. Looking over the top once again. Hawera was in the channel, but a really good read out wide from Shum, who shuts down the play.
Really good. Tiro was calling for it. Weber, unfortunately, on that occasion, went to the link. All he had to do was let it rip and let it sing, and Tiro was walking over. But again, it's that left to right platform, James. I haven't yet seen them set up on that right-hand side of the field, pick up and throw left. They're actually always coming from left to right, and there's three men who are picking up from half. Pokayawa Kurakanga, he's always got his hands on the ball. There's Joe Weber, and there's Harry Carter, who you've mentioned before, throwing some absolute zingers across the defensive line.
Well, it's one thing, of course, to prepare and train for doing it, but also we talk about going back to the well. When it's working for New Zealand, why turn away from it? And certainly they've had plenty of joy on that edge. Just once more, Stone cants it up towards halfway. 1 minute remaining in this first half. Another good carry here from Wilkie. And a short delivery here for Rapati, who then links up. A lovely little delay on the pass there from Carter, but then slapped down. That was actually, well, he's putting his hand up to say sorry, but I think he stopped to try.
Exactly. I love watching those little pop-out plays. You can see the defence, and just behind his back, he just said, yep, just pop out, just pop out. Lent into the line, and just a little bit of a pop. Really cool move when it comes off. It just looks so seamless from New Zealand.
Now trailing there, waiting for his chances. Rapati comes here for Carter, who drops it down on the 7 once again. Danger signs. Stretching out with a direct option this time. They're killing them each and every way. Wilkie now stretches out from range, but again, they're all looking out to that right-hand side.
Sean Wilkie's come from the far left leg. He's miles away. Comes through, easily sees that gap widen there from Hong Kong, China. They just don't have the foot speed to cover the inside man, because when you're all the way on the left-hand side of the field as a defender, you have to collapse to make sure that they're not scoring over there. They throw the ball all the way back, and you have someone like Sean Wilkie with speed coming around. How are you meant to get across?
Well, at the moment, the simple answer is they don't have the answers to these kind of questions. New Zealand are throwing at them. Take nothing away from the effort here of Hong Kong, China. They did manage to split them. They looked really sharp in the opening 2 or 3 minutes, but just the pace, the skill, the tenacity of this New Zealand team, it's wearing them down each and every set.
Yeah, exactly right. And again, I'm not going to be too surprised if New Zealand come out in the second half and just continue to go back to that well, left to right, left to right, left to right. And then when they need to, they can just play around in the middle if things break down. They've got so much impact everywhere. But you see Pokayawa Kurakanga come out, doesn't even look to go left, just comes straight right. And we saw the likes of Hawera, Destiny Katene, and Tiro all cross the line with multiple tries, but it's always left to right, left to right. And how about this from Hong Kong, China? Look at this late switchback, catching New Zealand napping. Oh, man, that would feel good, wouldn't it?
Well, I do love as well how Hawera herself even gave a little bit of a wry smile. She was quite happy to see Hong Kong, China pull off a great move like that, resulting in points, but New Zealand have had plenty of those moves in the first half. That's why they've racked up 10 tries to 1 at the half-time point. We'll take a quick break and all the action continuing in just a moment on Bar TV.
From early morning jogs to late night workouts, from heartbreaking setbacks to the ecstasy of achieving your goal, we're your #1 supporter, because we don't just know sport, we are sport. Sports Cover provides affordable, tailored insurance solutions designed to protect your sports and leisure lifestyle. Created by sports people for sports people. More than 35 years of industry-specific experience and knowledge makes us not only experts in our field, but pioneers of our industry. Commitment to customer service is our focus, and we are passionate about tailoring our range of products to ensure you are protected. So whether it's in the sporting arena or it's for fun and leisure, you play with pride. We protect with passion, because we don't just know sport, we are sport. Sports Cover. Get in touch with one of our representatives to find out more.
1 minute. Players and referees, 1 minute. Thirty seconds. Players and referees, please take the field.
With the speed, the skill, the tenacity of this New Zealand team, it's going to be a long way back. And realistically, Jackson, I think in this second half, just trying to minimise the score to perhaps, less than the 10 in the second half compared to what we saw in the first half would be the goal for Hong Kong China. But Herrera straight away will make them pay and collects a fourth personal try. So they've picked up where they left off in that first 20.
Well, Hong Kong China haven't necessarily done anything that has led to too many tries from New Zealand. They've just been better. Like the ball speed, the ability to kind of get into the line, throw those long passes. New Zealand, that's their bread and butter. They're so good at it. But Hong Kong China, they've defended well. They've made New Zealand pass the ball to the wing. That should be an absolute wing from Hong Kong China. Not too many tries in the dead set middle of the field. So the fact that they're making them throw it to the wing, that is a win for Hong Kong China.
That's a good point. Of course, out of those 11 tries, probably 8 of them have come out in this right link position or wider still. It's now Hong Kong China floated back to the middle again. Pretty good shape there, just can't capitalise on it though. Last one brought up, in an acting half, they come once again with Nan, and then Nan floating it over the top. That pass looked to be forward, but wrapped up very quickly. Anyway, New Zealand see off the danger. So 11-1 straight away, they're looking wide here. It's a chance for Stone to link up. Had he straightened and just popped a little pass, there would have been plenty of space there for Winiana.
Absolutely, but going back to the process, just get the ball down, let the rest of the team continue the momentum down to Hong Kong China's line.
Certainly doing that. Carter will have a look at them once again. Rapid release there, then a short pass back to Carter. Yep. Has them stripped for numbers. Beautifully worked once more. Well, that's why they didn't have to pull the trigger early. They trust their processes. Wilkie will get a double, but geez, Carter looks sharp, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's silky. I mean, look at the balls ripped out of Carter's hand. Look at these, bang, just rips it from the wrist. And then Carter and just Sean Wilkie making it look too easy. I mean, that's real silky footy from New Zealand. I'll tell you what, Carter's been quite dominant in this fixture as well. I'm kind of excited to see how he progresses through the tournament. He's had hands on ball, he's set up tries, a lot of try assists, and his ball speed, his ball skills, phenomenal.
Something about the number 4 for New Zealand, of course, we saw George Durbin Burgess absolutely tear apart Lebanon earlier in the men's opening, the number 4.
Really slow he is. Really slow.
Oh, what a take that is, too, from Winiana, who had to get on her hands and knees and just reel it in before it hit the deck. It was a long pass over the top, but she had a lot of work to do to look great on the replay.
Yeah, it was a great peel, wasn't it? He just straightened up, back onto the right-hand side middle, out ball from PK Kurakanga, and then Masila, just a long ball out to Mariana Winiana, who does have to get down low and just crawls across the try line. And again, the deficit 12 with New Zealand, 13 tries in Hong Kong, China 1.
One-way traffic, unfortunately, for Hong Kong, China. We'll have to try and get another try in this second half. I think that'll be a key goal for them. We split them once in the first. Can we do it again in the second? Prove it wasn't a fluke. So they come out to this left-hand side now with Ko. Of course, he is the man that's got across the line so far. Denied on this occasion. Last one brought up here. Back to the 7 they go. Chung working through the middle. Ko then sends it wide. Nothing doing there for Hong Kong, China. And they'll simply succumb to the touch. So 3.5 gone in this second half. New Zealand picking up where they left off. A couple of tries since the resumption of play. And once again, oodles of space on the edges.
Yeah, and that was set up nicely by that touch number 1. Joe Weber just really digging into the Hong Kong, China's line and then giving it out to the left-hand link from New Zealand, you're right, there's so much space. They're just using the ball so well, New Zealand.
Oh, he goes Carter now. Just opens up like Sydney heads. He goes through. However, we're coming back. It won't stand here for New Zealand.
They're laughing so much, Carter. Oh, they're calling it a penalty. They're saying it's a forward pass. Must be forward pass from the ruck because that was a clean move. Carter actually played the ball and then got out the back like a blocker play. You know, I had no idea who was scoring, who had the ball. I was confused.
Bit of mind games here from New Zealand. Certainly producing the goods. Hong Kong, China floating it through the middle. That's a nice little bit of recycling of the footy. And then on the attempted scoop, it's left behind by And as a result, New Zealand get really good territory once again. Play number one, they'll be up towards halfway. Just can't afford to turn over the ball in that kind of position against a side like New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand will get some fresh legs on here through the likes of Woodhurst there in the 3 and Pukayata Kurakanga. He's been dominant every time he's touched the ball as well.
Here he is again, Broadhurst hopping in at acting half now. Kurakanga out to this left-hand side. Drops it back towards the middle once again. Masilla threatening. Kurakanga trying to link up out wide. Again, a smart play from Hong Kong, China. Yeah, batting the ball down.
It's interesting from PK. I mean, we spoke about it in the first half. All they did, they just went left to right. And that time, PK actually came from right to left. And there's so much space on the right-hand side. He just needs to gas and go short if they really want to score. But they might just be trying a few different things here, James. While they got the opportunity, they may just be trying a few different processes, something that they can pull out maybe during that Trans-Tasman test.
So Masilla then back to Stanton, playing it here on the 7. Masilla, Stanton going from range, a brave dive at the line. Tried to get under a mesh of bodies there. Hong Kong, China, standing firm though, making a good touch. Back into the arms now of Kurakanga. Plays it on the 7, quick release once again. Has them worried, more than worried, right through the middle. E4 Jones, eat your heart out. Didn't he collapse quickly there?
Yeah, watch how fast he gets to the ground here, PK. He's going to get the ball back with speed while going forward at the line, but watch how fast he collapses into the try line. He's already got the ball in his scoring hand in the left hand, and watch that. Look at that. Bang. Straight, right, left, and then hits the deck. PK Kurakanga, he's the man to watch in this mixed opens tournament here in Mudgee.
We talk about ankle breakers from the stepping of the man with the ball, but, geez, I was concerned for his own ankles there, the way that he just collapsed to ground.
Concerned for my own ankles up here watching it.
Just Hong Kong, China,
what a
floated
pass.
over the top. That's a beautiful pill. Just shut down, though. Good read from Katene out there on that right-hand edge. Last one brought up now, though, for Hong Kong, China. Static start to work with. I'll turn it over there. But again, you like what we're seeing from Hong Kong, China. It's a nice bit of variation.
Yeah, it's smart play as well. I mean, if you're going to kill the ball somewhere on 5th and last, it may as well be as far away from the New Zealand box as possible. But they're having no problem at all using that open space, getting it to their substitution box. I mean, a little bit of a breakdown there from Rowlandson, but New Zealand, again, they always find a way just to keep that forward momentum, and Carter's been strong. Again, with that left pass, that left rip is ridiculous.
He's got a lovely delivery. Now, had they hit Carter deep there, who was in acres of space and would have strolled in untouched, but went for that short delivery instead. Here it is again on the replay. Carter with a quick release, and just look at the space there for Carter.
I don't know who touched him.
At him.
I honestly don't know who touched him. I think everyone's looking around going, I don't know if we made the touch or not. But Hong Kong, China with a good stop nonetheless, and they come out and look to get some fresh substitutions on.
Now up towards halfway go Hong Kong, China. So they've stemmed the flow of scoring at least for the past few minutes. Since the resumption of play, we've had, 3 tries, I think? 8 minutes down in this second half. So overall, you look at those numbers, based on what we saw in the first half, they'd probably take that as a win, Hong Kong, China.
10-1 at half-time. It's not too bad to be scoring 4 tries in the second half, and it's nearly halfway through it.
Now Carter to Broadhurst, carting it forward. Back into the action again is Kurakanga. Out to this right-hand side, and then Hawera takes off a little goose step in there.
She might even look to get the ball back here from PK. She's going to get the touchdown on that link. If she can get it, she'll get it back in, score a try if she can.
Quick release here, back to Hawera. They were never on side. At the very least, it should be a penalty, but they're going to say the play the ball wasn't square.
Yeah, you can see them setting up for that. PK was just dinking around with the ball. He really wanted to try and isolate that left-hand link from Hong Kong, China and get a weirder one-on-one with her because she's so dangerous. We've already seen she's got plenty of tries. She knows her way across the try line. Just got so much skill, but Hong Kong China now moving the ball around nicely.
A little riskier with her approach in this set. Happy to recycle the footy. Scooped up here on the last, though. Big left foot step then from Ng.
That's
find
6.
some support. Now, that should be 6 again. Tiro couldn't help herself and made a play at it. So that will, in fact, it was Winiana out there. So that will be another set to work with for Hong Kong China. And you like to see that. Just throwing the ball around, asking questions, forcing the defence into a decision. Now, shorthand raid once again. Broadhurst easily picking off Nando. And he'll come back to the 7 as a result. The sun begins to set here in Mudgee. Back to the middle once more. Into the arms of Chu. Then hops in at acting half. Chu, short release for Ng. Chu, Ng, once again, taking off or threatening to pull the trigger. I'll tell you what, had he released there to Nan, he was into a big gap.
Yeah, it's still good attack, though, from Hong Kong China. I think they'll be quite excited about being able to play against this New Zealand Mixed Opens team, this world-class side, and actually matching it with them and being able to showcase how good they are at the line. But you see Broadhurst making it look too easy, and then Rollinson continuing with the momentum for New Zealand.
Now Stone, short delivery. Rollinson wrapping around once again. Stone wanted to get it away quickly, but up into that passing channel. Hong Kong, China, geez, they've shut down those kind of raids probably at least 3 or 4 times in this second half. So Stone once again. Rollinson turns it out to this right-hand side. Approaches once more. Touch made there from Hong Kong, China, really stacking that short side back on the inside to Rollinson. Simply too easy, and they just don't have an answer for it at the moment. 15-1 to New Zealand.
Yeah, you're right. It does look too easy, isn't it? Hugo Ng, the captain from Hong Kong, China, just unable to collapse in on that defensive play. That's really smart work from New Zealand, isolating the link on the outside. And what happens is that middle has to collapse, forcing the second middle to come across, and that's where most teams get caught out. But how good's this, James, in Mudgee? The lights have just turned on here in the main field.
Yeah, nice and early too, just before 5 o'clock. That ball's hit the deck though, so another turnover, this time in favour of New Zealand. I'll tell you what, it looks like it's about 12 o'clock once again.
I reckon as soon as that sun goes down, it is going to start to cool down quite significantly. How do you do in the cold, James? Are you good or no?
I'm shocking.
You're
I'm
hopeless?
a man who loves to avoid winter at all costs. So if there's anybody willing to buy me a ticket over to Europe for the next few months, I'll gladly accept it. As now, off they go once again. That was played out from mine, slapping at the hand.
It's got to be offside.
And there it is. Yeah, they never got back on side, and certainly there was a big old slap as they were trying to release that one.
So let's see how they go here. They got Broadhurst at half, Pokayawa Kurakanga. They've been isolating that left-hand link consistently, New Zealand. So what they're doing is they're sliding across, giving it to the girl link, and actually forcing her to do a one-on-one quickie with the defensive link. So it's a quite interesting play. I haven't seen it from New Zealand before.
So now here they go again. Kurakanga taking them on. Once more, he's got those dazzling feet, just bouncing off the left and the right, collapsing to ground, stretches out, and that is almost a carbon copy of his previous try.
Well, he's got his nickname, Chops. They call him like Pork Chops, Pokayawa. You can just see him. He's got a deadly left foot. He loves to come off it. As soon as he comes off his left, he pushes back off his right and gets down nice and low. PK strutting his stuff, really showing why he is the man to watch at this tournament, and that pass is forward by about a metre. Let go by the referees.
So Hong Kong, China up towards the 7 once again. Yet to get across the line in this second half. They made it 7-1 at one point. That's the closest they've come. Since that point in time, it's been 9 straight to New Zealand. That one hits the deck, and they'll have no joy on this occasion. So, around about 6.5 minutes remaining. Do you back them to get one more on the board, Jackson?
Yeah, I hope so. And you could just see the emotion from Hong Kong, China on that occasion. They weren't happy that the ball went to ground, especially Chan. He was showing his disappointment to his other teammates. It just shows the emotion and the passion is still there. Like it's really there. And what a try this will be.
Around and then into the arms it goes. It was building. Sean Wilkie now also collects a hat-trick. Geez, we've had a few of those. Kurakunga's got one. Hawera got the party started, and now Wilkie also joins in on the action.
I reckon you'd struggle to defend this too, James. I mean, the ball speed and the ball skill is so good. Just coming a little bump wrap, hitting the short ball. It's pretty to watch. It's just champagne footy.
Jackson, wouldn't just be a struggle. I'd be back in hospital. No ACL, lateral movement. We know how that ends. It wouldn't be good. I think Hong Kong China doing far better than I could out there.
You could run the waters out. Or you could do this.
That would require me running in
You
the
could
first
do
place.
this and talking about people who are actually athletes.
Exactly. I'll stick where I'm best suited, up here, well away from the football. So, little dummy, and now up towards halfway. As they cut it into enemy territory here in New Zealand once again. Short release, Winiana into the arms of Rowlandson. And Stone once more. He's been busy. Scoops it up at the 7. Now is cut out. They've opened up the space again on this left-hand edge. Winiana will now also join the hat-trick club. And, geez, they're now really having a bit of fun out there. New Zealand, another try on the board.
It seems they're testing a few other moves because in the first half, all we saw was them go straight to the middle, pick up, either take off on the right-hand touchline or throw left to right. But now we're seeing them run that little one-on-one link play out to the right-hand side with girl-on-girl, and now they're running sweepers with passives out the back. They're trying a few different things, and I'll tell you what, they look sharp too. The execution on it is perfect.
Well, everything they've tried has come off so far. There's been very little that's gone wrong. The completion rate has been excellent as well. Hong Kong China, unfortunately, have been on the brunt of all that work, and now that's a lovely jinking in and away. The touch is just made in time from Ropate. So back to the 7 they go. Last one brought up. Hong Kong China with a static start to work with. They'll float it out to this left-hand side. And again, it's easy pickings for New Zealand. They see off the danger. And with roughly 4 1/4 minutes remaining, I think 20 is beckoning, Jackson.
Yeah, you're right. They'll look to be getting 22. New Zealand, just something to work towards late in this game. They'll set a little internal goal for them. And they've just been so good throughout this substitution box. Hong Kong China not able to put any pressure on them. They've just been able to come on real nice. And you can see this little pop-out play from New Zealand.
Oh, Broadhurst once again. Catch and pass. Out wide it goes. Lovely stuff from New Zealand. Kurakunga as well playing his role. I think that's Tiro out there once again collecting another try. So across the board, they're just stacking them up. But that's another hat-trick. So we've had 4 different players now get hat-tricks for New Zealand.
Yeah, Masila to Broadhurst to PK. And then out to the winger, making it look really easy. And you even saw in the New Zealand men's open game earlier this afternoon against Lebanon, they ran that fly play, the little pop-outs. What they do is they shape up like they're going to dump, like make a strike dump. And the dummy half, before he bends his back, he just pops out, and the ball player just gives him a little 3-on-2. Perfect from New Zealand.
Unfortunately, not so perfect there from Hong Kong China, spilling the ball into the defensive line. So there's another turnover with 3 minutes to go. New Zealand at 19-1. Opening 3 minutes, we had no try on the board. Hong Kong China were pressing and pushing for that opening try, but since the floodgates opened, geez, hasn't there been a lot of tries pouring out of them. As now Carter on the attack once again, double pump. Hawera almost made it more difficult than it needed to be. Comes up with a double pump, then plants it down. That's her 5th try in this match, 20-1.
And you see when New Zealand play with relaxation, it looks like they're relaxed when they're playing. They're not stressed. They're not trying to force anything. They're just going through the motions, playing to their skill. They're letting their footy talk. It's just so pretty to watch.
So 20-1, just over 2 minutes remaining. Don't forget, up next, another cracking fixture as well. Lebanon taking to our main stage here up against Hong Kong China in the men's open division. Worth pointing out as well, I mean, Lebanon, strong side, 3rd in the world overall if we look at those World Cup performances, picking up the bronze medal, and they too were humbled by New Zealand. They've come here with a point to prove, our Tasman neighbours.
And see from Hong Kong China, Nung An, he's actually been quite dominant with that right to left pass on the trial line. If they can set him up for a little 4-on-3, he's been quite good with the ball. And here he is, plucking it out of the way.
He certainly did step up, takes it, and now Rowlandson in pursuit. Do they have enough speed? I think they'll get there. Yes, a wonderful read. Nung An gets away from them and will collect a try. They do get their second half just rewards, and it was a great read right on the try line to go the best part of 65.
Well, we were just talking about him. I wanted to see him with the ball in hand, and right on cue, he gets it straight on his chest. As he'd be sucking him in now, wouldn't he? Oh, what a display of speed from Nung An. I mean, New Zealand, they fired up, didn't he? Stone ripped one straight into the link hole. There was no one there, and perfect positioning. I tell you what, Rollinson was coming in, and then he just kicked away, didn't he, Nung An? What a try. Oh, that's good footy to watch. Well done. Well done, Hong Kong, China.
Well, that was like watching a giant dog chase down the poor little pussycat around the corner. He was coming for him, Rollinson, and Nung An, he had a little nervous look back, but he got there in the end. 20-2 with 30 seconds to go. It's almost been an exact replica of that first half. We had a 10-1 score at the break. 10-1 in this second half too. New Zealand looking for one better though in the second 20. We'll find it out wide. A lovely delivery into the arms of Kartene. And guess what? She's got a hat-trick as well now.
Hat-tricks all round, James. Destiny Kartene again crossing for New Zealand. It was a nice little ball from Sean Wilkie. Just getting it back, assessing the situation nicely, understanding the wingers collapsing in on Harry Carter. And New Zealand 21-2. What a dominant game that is from them.
Hong Kong, China then trying to slip a pass back through the middle, but all the joy rests with New Zealand. I'll take some learnings out of it. Stepping up onto the big stage, up against the world number twos, and certainly they put them to the sword. And I suppose to be expected. We know Hong Kong, China, there's some great elements there. They're still developing. Wonderful to have them here as part of the Asia Pacific Opens Touch Cup, but up against a team like New Zealand, if they're firing, it's never going to be an easy match.
And it's a perfect start from New Zealand.